Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Craig and Ali are with us.
What happened to the...
Oh, that's all right, don't worry.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Press the button.
Press the freaking buttons.
I have a question. I have a question, guys, because you're very good in US sport, and we see basketball players being so tall. How can they find the right bed? Because beds are what, like 2 meters long at the most, you know, in normal market. How they can fit into any bed? Because
well, they get a custom one made, won't they, Frank? They're rich.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I forgot.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had to do that at the local hotel here.
Yes, they did. Yeah, the local hotel, because obviously we get a lot of former pros.
Basketball pros coming in to analyse the basketball.
Yeah, big beds.
And they're,
Oh, I could hurt myself getting down from one of them.
You what? you need a ladder.
Nedum, what do you like watching Manchester City? Craig gets angry when I'm watching England, for example. He says I go into punter mode because I'm up, I'm stressed, I'm excited, I'm jumping around. Aren't I?
You were banging tables.
Yes.
Come on, England!
Yes.
And I'm going, oh my God.
Oh, how dare I show any passion for
Get
a sport.
a life.
Nedum, what do you like?
No, I'm to be fair, I'm quite calm. But then as soon as they score, I do kind of go berserk. And I'm hoping that I'll get the chance to do that when it's the FA Cup final. Because, you know, I'm obviously of a blue persuasion. So playing against Man United doesn't bring out the best in me for sure.
Oh. You've got to be objective, Nedum. Got to be objective.
There you go, you see.
And put that aside.
Like Craig is. Hates everyone.
No, I don't. Italians, sir. Italians.
I'm just on the Italians again.
Why?
Because we don't need to upset them even more. He did enough of that yesterday.
They're very prickly. Very touchy when you criticise them.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
How are your DMs?
Oh, my DMs have... I had some very funny DMs over the last 24 hours.
Encouraging.
Just saying how great I was,
Yes.
re-emphasising...
Just making sure that you feel good about yourself.
It was very...
I tell you what, I'd rather sit and have a conversation with my dogs than look at DMs.
All right, then, well, you don't look at DMs, that's fine.
Oh, look at that. I'm getting a bit of praise. Oh, there's one criticising me. Oh, more praise.
There you are.
Self-praise.
Self-praise? I don't write to myself.
Self-praise is no praise.
Ah, dear. Do you have your DMs open, boys? We were discussing this yesterday, Frank.
What is a DM?
That's right.
You know
Good question.
You know when people were sending you abusive messages when you said that thing about Cristiano Ronaldo on Instagram?
Oh, okay. I have a special protection now that I signed for and pay for. So all the bad criticism or all the criticism,
well,
I don't see them.
So you only get nice things.
Yeah, only nice things. So who cares?
That's a good filter.
Exactly.
Nedum, unfortunately, you're young enough to know what a DM is, yes?
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah. And my DMs are very much closed down, yeah. But I do understand what you were saying.
Sensible. Yeah. Sensible man. Sensible man.
I like
it. Nedum is.
I like it.
You.
It's nice.
Foolish.
It's the public touch that I have.
Oh, you're a man of the people.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
If that's the case, I should open mine.
No, I wouldn't do that. Just be a small in Italian.
I love it. I tell you what, I love a pizza.
I like a bit of pineapple on mine. There we go. Get everyone going again.
There we go.
When does the match start, Frank?
When does the what?
The match. Today's game. When does it start? You need to tell Real Madrid. I think is the emphasis of that.
I don't get it. I don't get
No,
it.
I got lost. I got lost. That's fair enough.
Look at it in your DMs and be positive.
Okay, whatever.
The suggestion
I have another
is...
question. I have another question because that's not. That question is not very interesting. When the
big beds, big
when
toilets,
the basketball,
big baths.
no, but when the basketball players they go to hotel, you know how they do that for the hotel, the beds and everything. They cannot sleep at the hotel.
We just told you there's custom beds in the hotel here.
I'll be honest, Frank, I couldn't give a stuff about basketball players anymore. I'm done with them. I couldn't care if they slept in the hallway.
Right.
What they do, they ring up and go, they ring up. That's a business plan, isn't it?
What's that?
No, it's not.
A basketball hotel.
Well, they come to town once a year, but hey.
There we are.
But I want to understand the question. What is that question? When does
because
the
the suggestion
start?
is that Real Madrid didn't know that the game had started because it was one team. Only one team was in the match.
Oh, that's not nice to tease people. No, I don't do that.
French humour. See, how many French comedians do you know? The French don't do humour.
Frank's play is a comedy.
Yeah, I'll bet it is.
His acting is laughable. Okay, Craig and Ali. It's Frank owed a public apology here. 4-1 is pretty close, guys.
Public apology for what?
I don't know, did we criticise Frank yesterday when he said it was going to be 4-1?
No.
Did you laugh, Ali?
No, all I stated was something that I think now is fact. That Frank hates Real Madrid.
Oh, I see.
That's all I said.
Yeah.
That's all I said.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything else other than that.
Nobody said
That's your
Just Ali.
that's your apology to me. I hate Real Madrid. That's your apology to me. Well done, Ali. Okay.
This extra time has come right off the rails early doors.
We put the graphic up, you waffled over it, and we moved on.
But despite City being the better team, Madrid also let them dominate, as they have throughout this season with many teams. This type of football can't continue next season, right? Intensity is desperately needed. We talked about this on the show, didn't we, about Real Madrid's future and how they're going to have to change their game plan.
Well, but it's not intensity that is desperately needed. You need the physical ability to actually get around and cover the spaces and have the legs to do so. And the truth is that neither Toni Kroos nor Luka Modric have that in their game any longer. That's why they make the choice to drop behind the ball and go on the counter. Why do you try to do that? Because your best players thrive in an environment of transition, whether that's Vinicius, Rodrigo, and then, of course, Karim Benzema, who is the eternal outlet for them. So that's why they do it. It's not a mystery as to why Real Madrid plays this way. It's not because they lack intensity, it's because they lack legs.
Craig, how would you rate Jack Grealish's season compared to his last? Looks to be one of the most improved players in the Premier League.
Night and day. Night and day. You know, taking the ball for a run, but releasing it at the right time. Still getting fouled, of course he is, but you know, he can't help that. I thought his battle with Carvajal was excellent over the two games, and I thought he came out on top, and I thought he relished that. He spoke about it after the game in the Bernabeu, how he realised Carvajal was one of the best fullbacks over the last 10 years, and he knew every trick in the book, and he would have it all on, and he was up for that. But I think the fact that he's a shoe-in in the team every week tells you all you need to know about his performances, when last year he wasn't. There are others at Man City that will come in and easily do a job if you're not doing yours. And Jack Grealish has been excellent. And, you know, for all the criticism about the money spent, he's proving himself to be money well spent, even at the price that City paid Villa for, whatever that was.
100 million, wasn't it? Nedum, obviously you spend time with Jack Grealish. What's interesting, what I like about him in his post-match press interviews, he always just seems to be so happy to playing football for a living.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And when you think about how most people involved in football, because they've got so much money and so on, their perspective on the game is a little bit different. But the way he talks about it, you can just see that he has a love for it. He just loves being out there, loves winning games, loves getting the chance to play with those players. And as I say, it's quite refreshing to get someone in front of a camera and then just be really open. Oh, I was this, I was that. Oh, I was so tired. You know, it was so much fun. Because, you know, that's how someone from the outside would probably feel if they were playing in that same situation. So it's nice. I think it does make him a bit more personable. Some people obviously don't like him for his style of play. Some people don't like him as well because the cost that came with his transfer to Man City. But overall, if you can just look at it from almost like a neutral perspective, like he's good fun, and there aren't many people who speak in that sort of way when they talk about football. But it just goes to show that those on the inside, on the outside are connected, because ultimately we just love the game.
Besides former players on the panel, such as Nedum and Pablo Zabaleta, do any of you guys know any actual passionate City fans? My oldest son.
Yeah, there you go.
Who was at the game today. He was a season ticket holder from when he was like 5. So he's, 21 now? So he's seen them very much when they were down, when Nedum was playing, to when they were good.
Correct.
Obviously now. And he's going to the final. Very, very excited about it.
Are you getting an invite?
I know one.
Who do you know?
Oh, don't ask a question, Frank.
I have a question about basketball.
I have a...
I have a kind of a statement. I don't know if you feel the same, and maybe Nedum can help us out. It's like that if City wins everything, nobody's going to be upset. And you know what? If you are an Atletico Madrid fan and you're going to be obviously against Real Madrid, Every Chelsea fan hates Manchester United, Arsenal, but it's like nobody hates Manchester City. It's like they don't have enemies. It's like everybody prefers City to win 5 times out of 8 than Arsenal 1 time this season. Can you agree with me that, in fact, because they have no history, I'm sorry, the last time they won something, it was in 1970, before the Emirates came, they won the Cup, Winners' Cup. So is that because they have no history, therefore no enemies? Manchester United, they hate more Liverpool than City. That, in fact, nobody really care about the fact that City is going to win everything.
Let's ask Nedum, of course, resides in Manchester.
Okay, so Man United fans hate Man City fans. Man City fans hate Man United fans. Man United fans hate Liverpool. Liverpool hate everything in Manchester. And then you've got other teams that go as rivals to City to be successful. We don't enjoy the fact that they're doing it, but they can overcome it if it's at the expense of one of their other rivals. And I wouldn't say that people necessarily like City. I think some people can have an appreciation of the style of play, but there's something for some which, like, they feel it's unfair because they have the money to spend £100 million on Grealish or to spend the money on Haaland and things like that. But this is the nature of football. You hold your team very, very dearly, and as a consequence, if it goes against them, then yeah, you get uptight. And there are tons of passionate fans everywhere. That's why they all go to the games. And I think from City's perspective, there are lots of young fans who've seen great years and they expect things to be great. But anyone that's probably above the age of maybe 25, 30, they've seen me play for Man City on that same field where they played Real Madrid today. So as a consequence, they're a little bit more grounded, and they always believe that the worst is about to happen, even though realistically, like, some of those bad moments that they've had over the last 10 years have been so few and far between that realistically you shouldn't expect it. So yeah, it's more complex. Their fan base is older. And like I say, some of them aren't comfortable being the favourite for so many games. They'd much rather take on the sort of mantle of being an underdog. But then it means that they appreciate some of these moments, which is why today's game was such a big game for them.
Did that satisfy you, Frank?
Yeah, it's just the fact that he didn't answer to me. I think City. My question is it doesn't bother you? It doesn't bother you that nobody cares if City wins everything?
No, they do care.
I
think they do.
They do care. Yeah.
I think they do. The answer to the question is Paul Dickoff.
All right.
Wow.
Hey.
Former teammate of mine.
Right, when's the last time you spoke to him?
Nedum will tell you, I haven't spoken to him for a while. I live in America. I don't have a phone. Nedum will tell you, Paul Dickoff's a very passionate Man City fan as he was a player.
Okay.
I think there is a lot of resentment, and I'll tell you why. Because there is, and I think City fans will take umbrage at the no history comment from Frank, but not as successful. But I think there is resentment from the fact that City have spent all this money, and we should not forget there is multiple investigations ongoing into this football club and its business dealings. So there are, and listen, I'm not getting involved in that. There are legal beagles.
Stevie's on tomorrow. He'll explain it.
There's legal beagles that will do that, and the players can only do what the players are doing. However, that is part of the mud that has been thrown at them as a club for their success, and they're going to have to clear their name on that front, whenever that is. So there is. I don't think everybody out there is going, oh, this is great. I mean, we all love watching them play, most of us, and that was outstanding tonight. But there is.
No, but
there is mud out there being thrown at them, and some of it may stick.
But they have no enemies, Craig.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they have no enemies. They have to create enemies. If they have enemies, people are going to be resentful, and it's going to be more interesting.
Well,
it's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Well, I don't think Man United fans are sitting back going, I don't think they're sitting back in London, all those Man United fans going, oh, this is great. Look at City's football tonight. I don't think that's happening.
Right, Paul Dickoff there is the answer. For Nedum, do the Poznan for us, Nedum.
No, it's not the same when it's just one person. It's just me turning my back to the camera.
Look a bit silly.
I'm not going to do that. It's not it. No.
Come on.
Go on, Frank, just do it.
Be a professional. Come on, team player.
Nah,
team
nah.
player.
Listen, by the way, if he says he's got a question, I'm gone.
No, more of a statement.
Yes.
Was that the best atmosphere you've seen at a Man City
Nedum
game?
is just
Nedum?
selfish.
I am selfish. You're right, Ali. You're very right. I think. Do you know what? I think it was, but I think it kind of shows it's the sort of smaller nature of, say, City's more recent history as such, because they've not won the competition. So a semi-final against Real Madrid is far bigger to City than it is for Real Madrid. And all those, I think the tickets sold out for the game within the space of 10 minutes. There's huge demand for it. There's like the last time they made it to a Champions League final, there were no fans in the stadium for that semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain. So this is a first for a lot of those fans. And they were desperate to be there. They were desperate to see their team play well and to win with the flags and the energy. Like after the final whistle, 90+% of the fans are still there celebrating with the team. You know, it's a big moment for them in their journey to be successful on a sort of bigger scale. So the atmosphere was definitely there, and the performance they put forward, like, as a fan, how could you not sing when the stuff you're seeing on the pitch is probably as good as you've ever seen in your lifetime? So it was spectacular, and hopefully for them, you know, they're going to be some better nights ahead as well.
What about the enemies, Nedum?
Yeah, where's going to be the enemies?
Listen, they're gonna be a lot of like Inter Milan fans who've never watched an Inter Milan game ever come 2 weeks' time, and they're gonna be a lot of United fans ready for City in that FA Cup final as well. So yeah, stay ready for that.
So you know what your problem was there?
What's that?
You asked a question instead of making a statement.
Oh, that's it. For the panel, I'm going to ask Frank this. Is this the end for the two legends, Kroos and Modric?
Oh, it might be. Even if it's sad, it might be the end of something. Well, it's not the end of their career because they show that they can be used in many teams around the world if they want to. I don't know what's going to be the project of Real Madrid, if Carlo Ancelotti is going to stay, what they're going to do, and if even Kroos and Modric want to stay at Real Madrid because they feel that maybe they want to try something else. So they're going to be they're still going to be legends and forever. They proved to the world that they were fantastic players, and like everybody, and we see that with Ronaldo or maybe Messi soon, that there is always an end of it, and everybody is getting older, and they have sometimes to at some point, you know, get out, and that's what's going to happen to Kroos and Modric. When? I don't know.
It's the end of. I think the simple answer is it's the end of the two of them together.
Right.
At that level, it might be Modric, Camavinga, Bellingham.
Right.
So, you know, bit of everything in there. Bellingham getting forward if he signs, and Camavinga holding, and Modric doing a bit of both, or Kroos. But it's probably going to take something like that for them to be able to get a game, but not together in that midfield. It's just too much for them now.
Do you want me to ask the last question then, or is that it? We're running out of time, wasn't it? Oh, well,
When's extra time ever had time? That's a lie.
I don't know. He's telling me we're running out of time.
I don't care.
He's bored of your answer.
You know what? I'm bored of my answers.
For Nedum, do you have any reason that your boys won't win the final?
Man United and Inter Milan. Those are two big reasons. But yeah, do you know what? For some reason, I'm starting to become like irrationally confident, and I don't like that.
Oh,
but
wow.
I think it's kind of set for them, and I hope they win this weekend against Chelsea. Then we'll be at Wembley with ESPN. That should be a great day. Should they win that?
Oh, nice.
And then
nice
the energy
branding,
could be incredible. Yeah, it should be incredible for the Champions League final. And yeah, if they get it done, it's one of the sort of most significant seasons in the history of an English club. So it would be great to be a part of that, Dan. It would be great.
Was there an answer there?
There was. I didn't hear if there were any reasons.
No,
just,
there was
just interim Manchester United.
No.
Yeah, football's the reason. Yeah, football's the reason. Thank you.
You're going to win everything, but you have no enemies. That's your problem.
I've got 2 days off. Wonderful. ESPN FC is back on.
Do you have enemies? In DM?
Oh, yeah.
Enemies? No?
Let's not discuss my
I don't.
All right.
You've got no history.
Frank, say I don't.
I don't have any.
Well, the trouble is you've
He's
got no
got a
history.
filter.
You get no history.
Shut up. Right, okay, that's it. We're done. That's enough of all of this.
Oh, now you got uncomfortable.
ESPN FC is back on your screen tomorrow. Kay Murray will be here.
Far more
Oh,
serious.
she'll be happy.
Hey,
Middlesbrough.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
How we laughed.
And Milan, Bonetti sides. Oh, no, it's all bad in the Bonetti household. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.